So using the trend line, like I said on the group, we have these two trend line, and you can see this is a kind of chart pattern we call the channels pattern. So this pattern is just showing you how this chart move in this channel. So that's why it's called a channel pattern, which is this two trend line. So this very first line here, this very first one I'm shaking right now is the resistance line, while the one below it, this other one below it, is the support line. So just like you know the normal concept of support and resistance, you know that once a price gets to its resistance zone, we always resist that zone and tend to reverse back to the market. You can see that happen in this very point. This is the resistance zone and the price couldn't break through here, so it's reversed down to this support zone. Same thing, the price couldn't break through this support zone and it went back to the resistance zone. Same movement, just in a zigzag manner. So all you know is that you should always watch out for the price at each zone, so that you know that when it's at the support zone at the peak of your line, you should be expecting a entry. So if you should be expecting to enter this trade. So now at this place here, you should know that you are selling this very market now because it's at its resistance peak here. Why at this other support zone you should be also buying this market. So this is how you find good entry in the market, by identifying the zone. Already you can see that the overall trend is a downtrend, but it's still possible to buy and sell the market, provided you understand this whole concept of resistance and support line using these trend lines. So this is also it here. This is your support line. This one below, this one is your support line supporting this whole market at this point, while this one above is your resistance line. You can see from this point, when the market came down to this place, it couldn't resist this zone, so this support zone, you had to buy to this other zone again, just same manner, just like that. And you can see my analysis already itself is taking this market to the um this resistance zone and selling back. So this is just like what will happen on Monday. This is likely going to happen on Monday. It's going to follow the same the same pattern, just like that. But if it does not break out this zone, if it does not break out from here, it should start selling at this point. So depending on what the candlesticks end with in the morning, in the early hours, so if this candlestick ends with or forms the next this thing, let me just look at this candlestick from the lower time frame. So I'm trying to apply the whole candlestick logic using trend lines and support zone to tell you the whole trend. So this is how the analysis is being done. So now looking at the 1 minute candlestick, you can see that it's kind of showing you a uptrend. This 1 minute is kind of showing you a uptrend. Let me draw it for you. So there's nothing much about the analysis. It's just knowing what is going on in the lower time frame, trying to trace it to the higher time frame. So this 1 minute is showing you a uptrend. You come down to 5 minutes, you can also see the uptrend clearly. This is one reason that is backing up your analysis that this market is going to get to this point now, because you can identify a uptrend in the 5 minutes and 1 minute time frame. So it's like a concrete decision to take if you're buying this market, because number one, you have one reason, so you should always have enough reason, at least 3 reasons, to take any position in the market, place any trade. So now, if this market, what is going to happen? Okay, what will decide if this market is going to become a uptrend, or if it's going to get to this resistance zone, is what happened next at this zone. Now let me tell you why. Because Looking at this 1 minute zone now, let me make it visible a little. Let me use this tool. Looking at this point now, so sure now, you can see now this look like a resistance zone. The market, came to this position and it sold down, came to this position and it sold down, came to this position. So you can see this is the first time it's breaking out from this position, and to me I could just call it a fake out. So if this market so if this market doesn't completely break out from this fake out zone around this place here, let me use 5 minutes. Say if it doesn't completely break out from this candlestick here, this 5 minutes, if it does not really break out here, that means it might not really be a uptrend. So it might be a okay, it might be a reversal at this point in this 1 minute, depending on what happened around this zone, here, this candlestick now. So that's what I'm telling you. What to decide the movement of this market is around this zone, because this is like a resistance zone. So if it breaks out around this zone and continue giving us this kind of um higher lows, that means it's going to continue the trend. So if it's not going to end in a bullish candlestick, like you can see the 5 minutes is a bullish candlestick, definitely is going to end with a bullish candlestick. So let's look at the 1 hour. If this 1 hour candlestick changed to a bearish candlestick, that means we should be expecting a reversal. Tap now. We should be expecting a reversal from here down here. Remember, I said this is a uptrend. So if this candlestick here turns red, that means we should be expecting this movement, downwards movement. But if it does not, we should be it should continue its trend upward down to this point. That should be the next resistance zone you should be looking up to meet. Aside this zone, this should be the next resistance zone you should be looking up to meet. So that's just it. So you should know that at every breakout of the overall trend, if it's above this zone, normally if any chart breaks a trend line, which is either the resistance or support line, there should be an entry. So if it breaks the resistance line, which is this one above, you should know that you're buying this market. Then if it breaks the support line, you should know that you're going to sell this market, just like in this place now, just like it broke this support line. So if people, or if it were to be me, or if I was maybe online when it broke this support line around here, I would have sold this market right from this place down to this place. So you get your notification on this place that it broke the line, then you sell it down to this place. So that's just the concept of candlestick, trend line, resistance and support zone. I'll be doing this in another chart entirely, so that in case you're not following, you follow me in the next chart. Thank you.